In this festive episode of Big Bites, 'tis the season, and you know what that means? Black cake time. Join us as we swing by Maliyahs Kitchen. They're pulling back the curtains, giving us an exclusive peek into the magic behind their iconic black cake. But before we step into the kitchen, let's give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors who make each and every episode of Big Bites possible. Champion Brand Canned Foods by Edward B. Beharry. Whether it's chana, beans, or peas, it's the perfect ingredient to complement any cooking. Pick yours up from any leading supermarkets today. Support local, support Guyanese. Rossignol Butchery is the guaranteed place to get your top quality meats this holiday season. Whether it's for a roast, barbecue, or of course pepper pot, you will find all the types and all the cuts. Check them out today at 73 to 74 Church Street, Georgetown, and tell them Big Bites sent you. Treat yourself this holiday season and drive away with a brand new Nissan X-Trail at only 1.5 down, or this brand new Toyota Rumian at only 700k down. All from BM Soat. Life too short to drive a broke down ride, so check out BM Soat Auto Sales and Car Rentals for that top ride that won't make your wallet cry. Arnie Fresh Purified Water. Drink water and stay healthy. Arnie Fresh Purified Water from Guyybisco. Your body will thank you. Links to all of our sponsors are in the description, so please guys, check them out. Tell me a little bit about Maliyah's Kitchen, right? What do you guys make? What are you known for?
All right, Maliyahs Kitchen basically was birthed on the COVID back in the end of 2019 into 2020. We started off with milk powder fudge.
Wow. Very nice. It's not super hard to chew or bite into. And usually what I don't like about fudge is that it gets stuck in your teeth sometimes. This one doesn't. It instantly just dissolves in your mouth as soon as you start chewing it. It's rich. It's milk fudge for a reason. You're tasting that milkiness, obviously. The nuts add a nice texture. You guys shut up. Really good. Very tasty. From now on, when it comes to local Guyanese treats, I'm only buying Maliyah's Kitchen. Hands down. That's all.
Chicken foot, which is called Salsev.
Nothing like a good old chicken foot. You hear that crunch? Delicious, great flavor, nice into spice. Y'all know what chicken foot tastes like. This is probably one of the best pre-packaged chicken foot I've ever had, not gonna lie.
And Mittai.
Not very sweet, but sweet enough. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. I'm tasting hints of cinnamon. It's really good. It's really good.
And then coming down to the end of the year, the famous black cake that Guyanese knows about.
So what makes your black cake different from everybody else, I guess?
Our black cake, as I mentioned to you earlier, it's traditional, and we have not diverted from the tradition. So whatever it was there that my grandmother used to use, that is the exact recipe that we have, and we has been using it consistently all the time. We do not skimp on ingredients. We do not. If it's called for 1 cup of sugar, we put 1 cup of sugar. We do not put half cup of sugar.
Yeah.
So we don't skimp. And those of you who have tried our black cake before, if you tried it in 2019 and you try it in 2023, it's the same black cake.
It's the same black cake every time.
Every time.
All right. Well, I guess let me check and see how you make this black cake.
Sure, let's go.
So tell me, what is the secret to a good black cake, you think?
I think it's the cake coloring and the fruits, the 2 main ingredients, and you have to have a little bit of peanuts to crunch on.
Oh, really? So to give it a little texture in
Yes.
there. All right, good. So I noticed you have fruits here. Tell us about this fruits. I think your husband mentioned that it was like curing for a while. Is that the term you use?
We use only carambola fruits for our black cake, which is locally produced right here in Guyana.
Okay, so everything is local?
Everything is local. The
All
cake
right.
coloring, everything else.
All right, good. Well, walk us through your process.
Okay, so we're gonna start by adding our butter.
All right. How much butter is that?
We are baking a pound of black cake today.
So everything,
everything is basically a pound.
a pound.
And then it depends on your texture if you need to add anything else to your ingredients at the end process.
Okay, so you
So
have
we're
a
gonna-
pound of sugar,
Sugar.
brown sugar, and a pound of margarine?
Yes.
All right, good.
The sugar has to completely melt before you add the eggs to it.
Okay, okay. What would happen if it doesn't?
Well, you won't get a perfect black cake.
Of course, of course. It's funny with baking, right? Is either you can get away with certain things with cooking, like general
Yes.
cooking, but with baking you have to be precise down
Yep.
to the measurement. I noticed earlier you were like measuring on a digital scale.
Correct.
Everything has to be precise. Get a perfect cake every single time, right?
Yes.
All right.
Correct. So this is our margarine and our brown sugar.
Look at how that just
Whip.
transformed.
Not all at once.
This reminded me back in the day when I used to watch my grandma make black cake when I was young. Except the difference is they didn't have mixers. They used to have to keep
hand.
churning it. You gotta keep churning it. Look
And
how
the
far
sugar
we've come.
has to melt.
Yeah.
You could use more, it depends the size of the eggs. If it's too small, you use like 10 to 12. It varies.
okay.
I'll add some essence, some mixed essence, like about 1/8 of a cup. So I'll add my flour. Remember not to overbeat your eggs because that could cause it to fall as well.
Okay. Did not know that.
See how light and fluffy that mixture is?
Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks amazing. It looks... Baking always fascinates me more than cooking because the raw ingredients look nothing like
Yep.
what the finished product is, you know? So like even though everyone uses the same ingredients to make a black cake, not every black cake will come out the exact same way,
Exactly.
right? So it's not really about the ingredients more so, it's more so about the technique
Yeah,
involved.
and the texture when you mix it.
and the texture as well.
So we have our local carambola fruits, which is well preserved.
Can I get a quick sniff test? I want to put my...
Sure.
Oh my gosh, that smells good.
Add our cake coloring to give it that black cake look. And we can't forget the last process, which we're gonna add our rum
That's
to complete it.
That's the best part.
You add gradually. Check on the color because you don't want it too bitter.
Right, right.
So you just add gradually as you.
What's the difference between like black cake and fruit cake? Like what makes black cake and what makes fruit cake?
Okay, for me with black cake, you don't have to add the baking powder in this.
Okay.
But for the fruit cake, you gotta add that baking powder to give it that spongy
moistness and lightness, right?
But the black cake has to be more solid.
Oh.
So we just use the regular thunderbolt flour for this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the cake coloring is the next thing that gives it the
Right. And the rum.
and the rum.
Can't put rum in fruit cake.
I learned about black cake from my in-laws.
Oh.
I came here and for the first time I tasted it and you know,
So
I was amazed by the taste.
So this is mother-in-law recipe.
Yes,
Okay.
this is, I would say,
Is that traditional thing?
his great grandmother actually.
Your great grandmother
Yes.
recipe. Wow, that is amazing. So that's the consistency we're looking for with a black cake?
Yep.
Ah. So that's a perfect consistency. Smell test. Yeah, it smells like black cake. So we got the finished product here, and I have to do the honors. I gotta open it. All right.
Special about this because you never tried it. So
I never tried it, so this is my first unboxing
very special.
of Maliyah's Kitchen delicious black cake. I like the labeling. I like the presentation. It's really nice, very festive. This feels like a lot of pressure. The baker's actually watching me here. Yeah. As far as black cake goes, right? Even though black cake is inherently supposed to be a dense cake, right? Sometimes I like when it has that little fluffiness inside. That slight fluffiness. It doesn't have to be so dense that it's like it's fudgy when you go into it. But it has more of a slight cake texture and a nice balance of that denseness as well. The fruits, delicious. And yes, of course, I can confirm you're tasting the rum. Rum is here. You see, I didn't even think about it. I go back in for a second bite. Guys, remember Maliyah's Kitchen. They're a small business, and whenever you go to supermarkets, pick yourself up Maliyah's Kitchen branded products. You're not gonna regret it. It's delicious. Having seen the process and how it's made, you can tell a lot of care, a lot of attention, a lot of love goes into making these things. And thank you for letting us in your kitchen and showing us the process. And remember, when you buy their products, you're supporting not a small business, but you're also supporting a woman-owned business as well. You're supporting 2 staff. They have a very small staff, and it's honestly, it's Guyanese, it's local. Support your own, support Guyanese. And with that being said, we've come to the end of this episode of Big Bites. Remember to like and follow MTV Guyana to keep up to date for more Big Bites contents, as well as follow Maliyah's Kitchen. And they have a special giveaway they're doing. They're gonna give away a half-pound pan of black cake free to anyone who is following Big Bites, as well as following Maliyah's Kitchen on Facebook. Alright, so if you're not, head over, follow Maliyah's Kitchen, follow Big Bites. We'll choose someone at random, and this coming Saturday you can pick up a free half-pound black cake.
And we're gonna chip in, we're gonna put in probably 2 or 3 pans also.
Who knows,
Yeah.
right? So you're gonna come over and collect your pan, right? And maybe you might get a little extra chicken foot or something with
Correct.
it. All right, with that being said, this has been Big Bites. Take big bites only. See ya.